Let's we discuss about the data types in Python. How many types of data types are there available in Python? What is mean by data types in Python? So what is mean by data type? Data type tells which type of data or value hold by the variable. Means data type हमको बताता है, क्या बताता है कि वो मेरे particular variable ने कौन से type का data hold किया है. That variable may be hold character type of data, that variable may be hold floating type of data, that variable may be hold integer type of data. तो data type हमको क्या बताता है, कौन से type का data hold किया है variable ने. So in Python there is no need to define or declare data type or externally in the program. So Python में आपको हमेशा data type आपको define करने की जरूरत है. तो similarly जो हमने अभी discuss किया, right? What we discuss, हमें यहाँ पे Python में data types declare करने की जरूरत पड़ी नहीं. Like मैंने यहाँ पे int mention किया, मैंने यहाँ पे float mention किया, मैंने character mention किया, नहीं. We have directly created a variable a. We are declaring or assigning a value that is 20. We have assigning. Then after assigning 20, 20 is what type? 20 is integer type. So it will be dynamically typed and it will be considered as my type will be the integer. Okay. So this is a dynamically typed language. So data type basically depends on the value which we provide, because according to value internally the data type class will be assigned automatically. तो internally क्या होता है, उसका class assign हो जाता है. तो हमारे पास में जितने भी डेटा टाइप्स है इसमें Python में, तो Python में जितने भी हमारे पास में डेटा टाइप्स है उसमें हमारा वो क्या रहता है, इंटरनली उसका क्लास रहता है ना. हाउ वी कैन चेक दैट टाइप ऑफ दैट वेरिएबल. ओके, सो दैट विल बी डिस्कस्ड आफ्टर द डेटा टाइप्स. So we have the number of data types available in Python. We can say that Python is dynamically typed language. So generally, अगर मान लीजिए कि कभी आपको फीचर मिला कि ऐसा कुछ लाइन सुनने को मिला, like why people are saying that Python is a dynamically typed language. Why we use typed language? So this is one of the reason that why Python is dynamically typed language. So we have the data types, that is text data types, so textual data types. Then we have mapping data types. Then we have set type of data types. Then we have the binary data types. So in text data type we have the str. Okay, so str is a class in Python. तो Python में कोई variable, कोई primitive type का data नहीं होता है. So like if people are from the Java, though Java people knows about the what is meant by primitive type data and what is meant by reference type of data, mean object type का data. तो Python में सब कुछ class and object होता है. So str is nothing but your class also. If you talk about the mapping data type, so we have dict means dictionary data type. Then we will discuss about the what is meant by set and what is meant by frozen set we have. Then we will discuss about the binary types. So in binary types we have the bytes and byte array. Then next we have that is boolean type of data. Then we have the numeric type. Then we have the sequence type. Then in numeric type we will discuss about the int, float and complex. Then in sequence type we have the list, tuple and range. So this data type we have to discuss. Let's we discuss about this data type. So in case of this data types, so like we have the in Python we have some functions. So by using that functions we can perform some basic operations. So let me discuss about that function. So first function is, तो पहला फंक्शन है हमारे पास में, that is what type function. Type. So how we can check the type of variable? Suppose I have a variable that is a equals to 10. What is the type of this a? So I have a function that is type. आपको क्या टाइप करना है? Then type will be, it will be show that int class. Okay, what type a is? A is my int type. Suppose I have a variable b and b is what type? B is having a value that is 2.5. So I want to check that what is the type of this b. So b type is what? Float type. Okay, तो type नाम का हमारे पास में एक फंक्शन होता है और इस फंक्शन का यूज करके हम लोग क्या कर सकते हैं, इसका टाइप चेक कर सकते हैं. What is the type of this data type? Then we have the id function. Okay, what is meant by id function? So by using id function we can check that what is the address of this variable. Okay, so I want to print the address of the variable. So we have the id function that is id of a. So it will print the this is the address. Okay, 18133585656. तो हमारे पास में id नाम का फंक्शन होता है जो क्या करता है आपका, ये आपको बताता है what is the address of this variable. Suppose I want to print the address of b. So address of b is like this. Okay, so id is used for the addresses. Okay, the next function we have that is the print function, and which is very important function in Python, that is to print function. So print function is used to displaying the messages and results in Python. Okay, so like hello. So these three methods are very important in Python. I have already discussed that is int data type. So int data type, like suppose a equals to 10, a type is that is int. Okay, so this is the int data type we have. Then in case of the decimal, if you want to check the decimal points, okay, So how we can check the decimal point, this floating value we want to check, suppose. So we have the float, so like suppose b equals to 33.5. okay, so by using this type we can check that p, so this is float type. okay, तो इस तरीके से हम लोग क्या कर सकते हैं कि हम लोग डेटा टाइप्स चेक कर सकते हैं। तो हमारे पास में कुछ कन्वर्जन के फंक्शंस भी अवेलेबल हैं। इन कन्वर्जन के फंक्शंस का यूज करके हम लोग क्या कर सकते हैं कि कुछ जो हमारे पास में ऑपरेशंस होते हैं लाइक बाइनरी नंबर सिस्टम, हेक्साडेसिमल नंबर सिस्टम, so we can convert that values into this. okay, so we have the bean function for a binary. okay, so we have the bean function. If we want to convert this decimal into bean, so we have bean function, we have, then we have the oct function. By using oct function we can convert this value into a octal. ठीक है, तो इस तरीके से हम लोग क्या कर सकते हैं कि हम लोग इन फंक्शन का भी यूज कर सकते हो। ऑक्ट फंक्शन वी हैव, देन वी हैव द हेक्साडेसिमल फंक्शन। सो इफ यू वांट टू प्रिंट द वैल्यू ऑफ द हेक्साडेसिमल, so hex function we have, then suppose I am passing here 15, so 15 in the form of the decimal. okay, so it will print the result in the hexadecimal form. तो हमारे पास में ऑलरेडी इनबिल्ट फंक्शंस है जिसके लिए आपको एक्स्ट्रा कोड, एक्सटर्नल कोड आपको लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है, तो आप डायरेक्टली इसको यूज कर। देन वी हैव द कॉम्प्लेक्स डेटा टाइप। तो हमारे पास में हमने ऑलरेडी डिस्कस किया है व्हाट इज मीन बाय डेटा टाइप में हमारे पास में कि वी हैव द कॉम्प्लेक्स डेटा टाइप्स। सो डेटा टाइप्स में हमारे पास में है एक डेटा टाइप है दैट इज कॉम्प्लेक्स। ओके, so let's discuss about the complex data type. What is mean by complex data? तो complex means what कि a complex number system, जो हम लोग complex number हम लोग रहता है तो हमारे पास में जनरली values किस तरीके से लेते हैं, like suppose I have a number like this a plus bj, this is the complex number, right? So a is the real part and b is the imaginary part. So this type of values if you want to store, so we have the complex data types here. okay, so how we can write the code for the complex? So suppose I have a variable that is a equal to suppose 3 plus 4j. okay, and I have a variable b and b value is 2 plus suppose 2j. तो मेरे पास में दो वेरिएबल है दैट इज फर्स्ट इज दैट इज a and b. so b is having a complex number that is 3 plus 4j. so in other languages you cannot store this type of values directly into variable. okay, so in other languages ये possible ही नहीं है, but in Python it is possible because it's supposed to complex data type. okay, now how we can simply add this system, we can use this sum and you can add this a plus b. okay, and you can print directly sum, so it will print as 5 plus 6j. okay, so this is one of the beautifully designed this Python डेटा टाइप्स। देन वी हैव दी बुल डेटा टाइप। तो हमारे पास में एक बुल डेटा टाइप भी होता है। सो लेट्स चेक दी बुल डेटा टाइप। तो बुल डेटा टाइप के पास में दो वैल्यूज होती है लाइक ट्रू एंड फॉल्स, आपको पता होगा। सो हमारे पास में हम क्या कर सकते हैं कि मेरे पास में सपोज बी नाम का कोई वेरिएबल है और बी में मैं स्टोर कर रहा हूँ दैट इज ट्रू। So what we can do, if you want to print b, so it will be print that is true, and if you want to check the type of b, so what is the type of b? So type of b is, what is the type of b? So b type is that is bool, means bool is a boolean value. okay, so if you want to store the boolean value, so true and false we have to store. okay, so true and false are the keywords in the Python. okay, so that is possible in the Python. Then we have the str data type. str data type is used to store the single character and sequence of character. Means sequence of character is nothing but your string. So what is mean by string? So string is a sequence of character enclosed in double quote. okay, so enclosed in double quote in other languages, but in Python if you are enclosing in single quotes it will also consider as a string value. okay, suppose like forward, like suppose I have a variable s I have variable and I am assigning a value that is suppose Ashish. okay, so what is the value for the s, what is the string for the s? It is a Ashish. Now I want to print it, so use print command. So I am printing Ashish. okay, so we have a message that is Ashish. okay, but in the same case suppose I have another variable that is s1 I have, and in s1 what I can do, I can mention in single quote, so it is also considered as a string. okay, and I want to print s1, so it will print as a string. okay, now let me check the type of s and type of s1. so what is the type of s? So what is the type of s? So s type is str. So s1 type is the str, so it is a string type. So in single quote and double quote having a same meaning. okay, similarly in the print statement, like print statement, if you want to print your any string, like suppose hello I want to print, so what you can write, print hello. okay, in the same case you can mention in this code in single quote, so no error will be there, it will be print message as a hello. Means the who coming from the C++ and Java background, तो जिनको सी सी प्लस जावा आता है तो उनके लिए एक ये रहता है बेनिफिशियल कि अब जैसे पाइथन सपोर्ट करता है कि सिंगल कोड भी वो सिंगल स्ट्रिंग के लिए कंसीडर करता है, पर आदत सी रहती है कि लाइक डबल कोड के अंदर मेंशन करना स्ट्रिंग, सो दैट इज आल्सो पॉसिबल इन case of Python. Okay. Similarly, one of the great advantages is what in Python, like the people coming from the C, C++ and Java, so no error will be there for the semicolon. Like let me show. Okay. So like you can mention the semicolon. Suppose I have knowledge of the C, C++. So like by mistakenly I have assigned the semicolon. Okay. Like after this statement. So no error will be there after this compilation. Okay. So it will be print. Okay, semicolon is also supported, but suppose I am not writing semicolon, so it is not compulsory to mention the semicolon after the statement in Python.